Hello, and welcome to JobsDirect Medical. This is a website that was built to help streamline the recruiting process between hospital and doctor and to help reduce frustrations. I will be going over a breakdown of how JobsDirect can help healthcare professionals, hospital clinics, and healthcare groups. Alright, so you would begin normally by creating an account, or for the purpose of this, we're just going to go ahead and log into a pre-made account. We're going to use ABC Hospital as our name. And logging in will bring you to the dashboard. From here, you'll go ahead and you'll have the opportunity to build your organization's name's profile. You can add the name, and then you can also add a logo, and then that logo will appear at any job post that you begin to add. In addition, this is the place where you can put any other recruiters or any members of the team that might also be interested in receiving email updates for jobs that are scheduled or as applications are received. In addition, on the other end, doctors will also have their emails attached, and any correspondence that is done will also be filtered not only to their inbox on this website, but also to their email inbox as well. This will help communications stay relevant and stay connected. Okay, so once you have the profile set up, you will go on to your job post, and here you'll have the ability to add your hospital. If there's multiple hospitals or clinics under a facility, then this is a place where you can go ahead and you can discern between the different ones by naming them here. But in this case, we'll just use our ABC Hospital. We'll do an internal medicine job. We'll choose the city, state. Here you can put your salary, or you can put a salary range, or you could put contact if that information is not yet available. But there's just a location that you can put that there. And then let's go ahead and grab a job post so you can see how the AI functions. Okay, so this is kind of a breakdown of the job description here. And we're going to add it to this box. That's not the one. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to do AI post. Now this should give us a combination of this information here, but it should also give us a breakdown of the city and put it into a more cohesive post that should be attractive to these physicians. So here you go, it breaks it down by the city, has some cool information, and of course it keeps all the other relevant details included in the post. Here you'll have the opportunity to select it, make any modifications that you think you might need. And once you're satisfied, then you can go ahead and post that to your job board. Here's one of our cool features, is the opportunity here to select any information that's relevant or any requirements that a doctor might need. This way, on the other end, a doctor is going to have this exact same form and they're going to be filling it out. So when an application is sent in, this is going to be able to let you see exactly if a doctor matches before even scheduling any kind of meetings. This is going to help reduce any kind of wasted meetings. That's not just for you, but also for the doctor's time, so that we can actually streamline the process and just reduce any unnecessary calls for somebody that just doesn't match any requirements that's needed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to skip filling this out for this time, but this is where you would fill that all out. So now that job has been added to your job board, and as you look, as your dashboard, as doctors begin looking through their job board and seeing it, they might reach out and see we have some jobs posted. We can click into one. Here we go. I click on this job and it brings it to it on our job page. Our job page has a lot of different features that'll be very helpful here. One is you can archive a post if it's no longer relevant, and then you can go into your archive and repost it if you still want to repost the job. You can also duplicate that job if you have a lot of the same information. You don't have to go ahead and change every single detail, maybe just a couple tweaks, and you can duplicate it. It'll save you a lot of time there. And then more importantly is we can actually start seeing the applicants. Either we can break that down by opening an Excel, which will have all of their information in and perfectly listed, and you can send that to any members of the team. Or we can go ahead and actually pull up the doctor's profile, or we can compare it to those requirements. So let's do a comparison, and then I'll show you the profile afterwards. So here we go. We can see the doctor's profile. We can see which different things that they filled out and how they're relevant to the job. And if you're satisfied, then you can go ahead and schedule a call with the doctor. and then let's go into the profile, and you can actually see a specific breakdown. This is cool because you have the opportunity to select their resume and their CV, and then you can download those files and any other files that they may have uploaded. And that'll just give you the opportunity to look through them ahead of time and any relevant documentation. You can collect all that, and you don't have to be dealing with a third-party recruiter that's in the middle trying to send over any forms. This will be direct from the doctor to you. Okay, so let's say we go into it and we want to see our scheduled calls, or we want to schedule a call. Here's the opportunity. Any doctors that have applied will become listed here, and so you'll have the opportunity there to email them. You can give them a date and time. And what's nice too is that you'll also have the option to select multiple different dates and backup times. And if none of these times work for the doctor, at that point the doctor can actually send a response or a counter time, and then you can decide if that works for you. But either way, it'll allow streamlined communications. Speaking of streamlined communications, we can go over to the inbox, and we can actually see any conversations that we've had with doctors, and you can message and you can actually discuss and just keep that streamlined communication going. All of these are tools to help continue to keep that communication going and to make sure that this process remains completely clear. For the most part, that's the features that we have here. We can also look back on our calendar and see any jobs. This is where we can edit any calls if any times don't work, and doctors will be notified again to their email inboxes, just as the people on your team will be notified as well of any changes. So that is JobsDirect. If you have any questions, feel free to email or reach out. And if you have any other features that you would love to see added, please reach out. We're always adding new features, and we're here to make sure that this tool is effective as possible. So we appreciate your time, and we hope that this is helpful for you. Thank you so much.